So, yeah. Why don't we keep going? Also,
続きからです。
I finally got thumbnails because I just skipped through until I made a new game and skipped through until the CGs. But
読み込みますよ。ロードしました。
let's go.
そろそろ寝ましょう。今日の分の日記、いろいろあったようで、チョコケーキしか食べてないから言葉にしにくい。おはようございます。メルさん、お休みの時間ですけど。
Yeah, next VN is Hoshizora no Memoria. Also, it's still nighttime. Meru. What? Oh, okay.
もうまた。ねえ、いいじゃんいいじゃん。今日はお休みなんだし特別ね。お休みで特別というなら、一緒に寝るのは昨日の夜にすべきだったのでは。それはお休みの前日なら来てもいいという意味かい？休日をメルさんに蹴られながら迎えるのは嫌です。
Don't say paints again.
じゃあ今日しかない。ほれ、おいでおいで。賑やかなお休みもいいけど、オリちゃん独り占めタイムもちゃんと作らないとね。はいはい、電気消しますよ。今日も楽しかったね。
What was this was the day they ate hundreds of cakes, right?
はい。
And Komachi ate half of them.
クロウくんが来てから毎日楽しいよ。メルさんはクロウさんが来る前から毎日楽しそうでした。それは確かに。でももっと楽しくなったの。ずっとこのままだといいね。
And with that huge snowman, no, that was 3 streams ago. 2 streams ago. Two streams of this game ago. Yeah? What?
このままずっと僕とアリちゃんとクロウくんに、おじいちゃんも帰ってきてずっと楽しいといいね。ずっと。
Yeah, forever. I mean, I've already chosen a route, so
なんてダメですよ。
yeah, well, you'd be surprised, Kori.
少なくともクロウさんは早く記憶を取り戻してここを出て行ってもらわないと。でないと
Uh-huh. Dot dot dot. Ah, yes, small baking. As I'm standing behind the counter whisking away, the kitchen door suddenly opens. Mary's still sleeping. Good morning, girls. Your breakfast is ready. What breakfast is it? Today's Sunday. Mary and Kori don't have classes on Sunday, but they do have to spend it helping run the store. Wait. Oh, okay. So they have a day off on Saturday. They don't have a day off on Sunday. So the working week starts on Sunday. After all, this is the busiest day of the week for us. I mean, I guess. It's the only time the kids are off school, so that... I mean, your biggest, demographic for a cake store would be, kids. I resume briskly whisking some icing. I need to be as efficient as possible, so I start by preparing multiple cake trays. Then I carefully put them in the kiln one at a time, so as to ensure the sponges cook evenly. While the cakes are baking, I start whisking together different varieties of icing. At the same time, I begin peeling and chopping fruit. It's important to leave this step until the end, as fruit spoils quickly, and we want our cakes to remain fresh for as long as possible. Yeah.
大変そうです。みんなケーキを食べるなら日曜日だからね。
Sure. So it seems. In terms of sales, Sunday is undoubtedly the most profitable day of the week for us. Not just for walk-ins, but for advanced orders too. Sundays are so busy for us, in fact, that we even started waking up half an hour earlier, just to give ourselves the extra bit of time to prepare. You mean you? What are they preparing? Tea?
手伝うよ。クリーム作るね。
I appreciate the offer, but have some breakfast first.
はーい。すっかりパティシエの顔だね。パンが温かいうちにいただきましょう。
What did they have for breakfast? I decided to let the two girls relax for a little longer. Sure, it's a busy day for us, but it's technically still the weekend. Right then, time to focus. I've got lots of work to do today.
いただきまーす。いただきます。すっかりこのお店の主役、僕たちからクロウ君になっちゃってるね。
Didn't Kori say bread? No. Wait, what do you... What do you mean?
おじいさまが帰ってきたら
For
どうしま
breakfast?
しょうか。
Yeah, but what else? Gotta just have bread for breakfast.
戦争になったりして、それはそれで面白そうだけど。
Yeah. Guess what? They have shit on the toast as well. No?
甘えてばかりで申し訳ないです。でも下手に手伝ってお皿をひっくり返したら立ち直れる自信がありません。クロウさんがいなくなった時のこと ちゃんと考えておかなきゃいけないのに。うんその時はその時、どうにかなるよ。
Yeah, what happened last time? You had that mindset. Oh, Grandpa's in hospital. Guess we can't bake cakes for 3 months. Guess we'll have to close down for 3 months. I hope that I hope that town hall won't shut us down.
でもオリちゃんは何でも心配しすぎなんだよ。最悪でお店を休むだけなんだから。ネルさんは大物すぎます。私にはそんな風に考えられません。
Dot dot dot. Phew, we just made it.
お疲れ様。お疲れ様です。
Same to you, girls. I couldn't have done it without you. It's currently 10:50 a.m. Close. Yeah, it's 10:46 a.m. Our cakes are all baked and ready to go, with 10 minutes to spare until opening time. Between me and Maru, who came to help as soon as she finished breakfast, we only just barely managed to bake them all in time. We were firing on all cylinders this morning too. Incidentally, Kori was in charge of cleaning the dining area, given her clumsiness and overall lack of confidence in the kitchen. She did a heck of a job of it as well. The whole room is sparkling, clean from top to bottom. In either case, we're on pace for another smooth opening today.
さて、それでお店は僕たちがやるわけだけど。
Yes, please. I'll handle deliveries in the meantime. Typically, we take advance orders on a pick-up-only basis. However, Folkroll's been around for over 50 years now, and many of our regulars are elderly folk who have trouble traversing town in the winter on account of all the snow. In such cases, I deliver the cakes to these customers myself. During the weekend, I typically do this after the girls return from campus, but on Sundays, I can leave them to watch the store, meaning I can leave as soon as we open. This means fresher cakes for our customers, for one thing, but it also doubles as an excuse for me to explore Foyer some more and get a better lay of the land. Today, though, there's just one teensy little problem.
今日はちょっと多いですよね。
Exploring Kori? No. So it seems. Kori gestures to the cakes we'd set aside for delivery. I count 9 of them in total today. There's no way I can carry all of those at once. The combined weight of them aside, cakes need to be handled carefully, or the icing will smudge on the boxes. True. I could maybe handle carrying 3 per trip, but that still require 3 trips into town to get through all of them.
大変じゃない。
It'd be a lengthy endeavor, that's for sure.
荷車を出してはどうでしょう。おじいさまの使ってらした。
Do you have a cart?
いいけど、あれガタつくよ。
That wouldn't be good for the cakes though. Mary heads over to the closet in the entranceway containing our cleaning supplies. She opens the door, then wheels out a fairly sizable cart. Judging by the cart's size, it should be just big enough to carry all 9 cakes. What a coincidence. I think this could work. Let me give it a try. I stack the boxes of cake atop the cart, then try giving it a little push. True to Miru's word, it does rattle quite a bit.
支える
Oh,
人
it's
がいないと
10:50
不
now.
安だね。外は道もデコボコだし。
Now the game's accurate.
抑えておけば大丈夫だと思いますよ。こうやってクロさん。
Sure. I push the cart forward a few feet, while she presses down on top, effectively suppressing the rattling from before. The only problem is, I can't support the cakes and push the cart at the same time.
ただこれだと2人必要なので。僕はお留守番だね。任せて。
So like, if it was Meru's route, it'd be Meru that supports the cart, or is it still gonna be Kori? Or like, if it was Chocolat, would she just arrive and then, oh, now you've got help?
一人で大丈夫ですか？失礼だな。僕今このお店の店長なのに。二人して本気で心配そうにしてる。もう失礼だよ二人とも。たった数時間のお留守番ができないと思った？
No, it's
私
just
たちがいないからとはしゃいで商品を倒さないようにしてくださいね。あとつまみ食いはほどほどに。
no drinking out of the tap while we're gone either. And try not to eat too many popsicles or you'll get an upset stomach.
それからさっさと行け失礼ブラザーズ。
Meanie head. He drives us out of the house.
行きましょうか。
Sure. I must say, it's not every day that Kori and I go out alone together.
ちょっとガタガタきますね。
Yeah.
この町は石畳が多いですからゆっくり行きましょう。あと段差があるところも避けて。
Yeah, you'd probably, well, you'd probably slip as well. Oh! There's a new background. We end up taking several detours as we travel through town. Huh? I haven't used this bridge in a while.
こっちの方はあまり来ないですもんね。
There's a large river running through the middle of Fuego called the Arisu River, which effectively divides the town in half. This is the only pedestrian bridge connecting the two halves. Maybe that would change if they built more bridges. It'd be easier to get from one end of town to the other that way.
歴史的にこの川は町ができた時から運河として使われていたとかで、橋を架ける工事はなるべく省かれていたそうです。
Interesting. A shipping canal. I stopped walking. Now that you mention it, this river does go right through the middle of town.
はい。
Standing side by side on the bridge, we gaze out at the river. It seems to originate from a series of tall mountains looming in the distance, and flows through Fueya in a perfectly straight line. Several smaller streams have been artificially redirected away from the main river, which have in turn been transformed into even smaller irrigation channels. In other words, it's easy to see that this town was built along and developed around this river. Hoshizora no Memoria has a route order, and it suggested that you go through it in order for the story's sake. Oh, okay. Kori and I stand at its upper reaches. But we look downstream. We can see the various factories and warehouses of the industrial district in the distance. Even further beyond that, that lies yet another mountain range, preceded by a vast forest populated by colossal pine trees. I suspect there's an ocean or some otherwise large body of water on the other side of those mountains, but either way, we aren't able to see it for us from here. It had some locked routes. I mean, I would assume so if it's a mystery visual novel as well. It would be no exaggeration, I think, to say that the Arisu River serves as the town's lifeblood. Even the street Folgrel was built on is backed by one of the irrigation channels sprouting off of it, providing us with the fresh water we need on a daily basis. The park's lake too originates from this very same river. Immersed in such thoughts, I glance over at Kori. How about you send me the link when I'm close to the end of Kori's route? Kori? Speaking of, how long is that gonna take? He seems to be spacing out a bit. Is something the matter?
Yeah.
She peers downstream at something seemingly lost in thought. Okay. But, so how long do I have? I follow her gaze and stare deep into the distant forest. I think I... ... Are you looking at that building, perhaps? She appears to have been staring at a large man-made structure peeking out from behind the treetops. For sugar sweet temptation. How long do I have? For Kori's route. How much longer? Well, yeah, but how much route is there? How long is the route compared to the main story? Quote unquote, because it still feels like the main story. Like I said in the title. I'd seen it once before when I was up on Folkroll's roof. Even back then, I remember thinking how unusually tall it was, as compared to the rest of this town's architecture. Actually, given how far away it is, it may not be a part of this town at all. Oh. Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay. And how long was the main story? Nevertheless, Kori continues gazing at it with a lonesome expression. She does have some connection. Does she have some connection to that building, perhaps?
すいません。ぼーっとして。早く行きましょう。
Ah, good point. I'll admit, I am a little curious to know what she was thinking about just now. She doesn't seem to want to talk about it, though. So I decide not to press the issue. ...
ご注文いただいたいちごスフレです。
今日もありがとうね。 娘がどうしても食べたいって聞かなくて。
Loafly cakes. I've never heard of a cake described as loafly, but I guess a souffle would be loafly. I think airy would be the term I would use personally. No problem. We appreciate the business. Ah, and take this before we go. It's a sample of one of our newest products, a dark chocolate cake.
おや、ただでくれるのかい?
For free? Uh-huh. That's right. Please let me know what you thought of it next time you stop by for some cake.
ありがとうよ。
Great, yeah. Loafly isn't a word. Is it not? Hang on. Yeah. It's not? It's not a word, but it's been used before. Let me check the logs again. I need to... where is it? Oh, wait. Yeah. They did say Loafly. It's just a company name. Yeah. Well, yeah, it would be a pun. Just like you can crust me instead of trust. Because, souffle. Is that what it was? Yeah, it was a strawberry souffle. Bad at buns? It's now almost 3 p.m. No, it's only 11 a.m. And that was our last delivery of the day. Kori's puns. That was the last of them, huh? Thanks for your help, Kori.
はい。
Is something the matter?
いえ、ただクロウさん、もう当たり前のように配達できてますね。
Well, you keep saying that, but we still don't know the details of what he did before he lost his memories. I don't know about years, but I have been at this for 3 weeks now. That's not what she meant. Wait, do we get... Hang on. Dex, do you find out... Wait, what do you mean it's probably in another route? Are you talking about his memories? What he did before he lost his memories? Because that's some shit you should find out in the main story. You know, before you decide on a definitive route. You get snippets in Kori's route. Cool, yeah. Of course, it's not like I deliver cakes every single day, but I've done it enough times that I'm used to it. Besides, I don't think I'm all that difficult. All I'm doing is dropping off. I don't think it's all that difficult. All I'm doing is dropping off something the customer's already ordered.
すごいです。
She mumbles, her words taking on a slightly sulky tone. You really think so?
少なくとも私にはできないので。
Cool. Right, yeah. Ah. I finally understand what she's driving at. Whether I think it's amazing or not, the reason for her admiration is quite simple. Well, you may not be good at it, but it's not like you can't deliver them at all.
そうですか。でもやっぱり苦手です。
Maybe. I didn't say it. You said you're bad at it, so I'm free of blame. Everyone has their strengths and weaknesses, right? You're good at making tea and bad at everything else at the patisserie. You're good at cleaning the shop and bad at eating sweets. Besides, I think your approach to serving customers has its own merits. You have a very calming presence about you.
私はメルさんみたいにできるのが理想です。
You can if you eat sweets. Mira and Kori have vastly different personalities. Oh, on one hand, you have Mira, who can seemingly get along with anyone. Kori, however, lacks that charisma entirely. It's not that she's unsociable, I forgot how to pronounce that word. Brusque. Unsociable or brusque or whatnot. She's a very courteous girl, in fact. She's just a little shy around strangers, that's all. Admittedly, that's not exactly an ideal trait for a waitress to have, and it does lead to some problems for her. Brusque. I don't know. In particular, she can sometimes come across as a little stiff, and sometimes even anxious when she's serving customers. That is especially true for new customers or people she's never met before. Though, if you ask me, it's actually fairly average in the grand scheme of things. It's just that Mary's simply that good, so she naturally feels overshadowed by her. True.
今日もメルさんをいじっておいてなんですけど、お留守番するのが私だったら困ってました。私たちが学校にいる間はクロウさんお一人で店番してくれてますよね。
I suppose so.
すごいです。
I'm sure your strengths will be pronounced later on in the route. Sex. What? She heaves a despondent sigh. What'd I say? I didn't say anything. Now that Folkroll's been open for a few weeks, we've naturally started divvying up daily tasks based on our general proficiency. For example, I'm primarily responsible for baking all the cakes and delivering them when necessary. Mara, meanwhile, is in charge of customer service. As for Kori, well, she's generally tasked with assisting one of us, like she is now. Doesn't have a clear or designated role to play, in other words. Given her strong sense of responsibility, she must be worrying about that. I wouldn't fret over that too much. Besides, you make the best tea out of the three of us, hands down. Sure, whatever you say, Crow. It's not like you made a better tea than her the one time you made tea for Chocolat. Haha.
それはそうですね。気にするのはやめましょうか。
Yeah, stop worrying about it. She put the lid on the conversation rather quickly, much to my surprise. Of course, I don't think she's actually going to stop worrying about anything. That was most likely a lie just now. However, knowing her, she must have realized that continuing to talk about it wouldn't get her anywhere. Wouldn't get her anywhere. And that she'd only end up complaining, should only end up complaining. Not only is she a very responsible person, she is also quite adept at reading the room. For a relatively younger girl like her, she comes across as awfully mature. With all that said, for as much as I claim to know about her, I feel like I actually know very little in reality. Yeah, that's why we're doing her out. For example, while I know she's been studying at Folkroll because of how conveniently close it is to campus, where she lived before that and what kind of life she lived is all complete mystery to me. Boy, I really want to ask her about it. But would that be overstepping my bounds? Her past is ultimately a private matter for her, after all.
おいっすー、お二人さん。あれ、今日はちびすけが一人足りないね。
My ears.
おそのさん、
Good afternoon, ma'am. It seemed we'd pass by your shop while we were chatting.
どうしたんだい二人で。デートかい？
I mean, it is her route, so you'd expect it. No, just some deliveries.
ああ。
Ah! She begins to chuckle, but then abruptly stops. Yeah, what is it? A moment later, a strange expression crosses Osono's face. Ah! Hello, Wendy. But by then, the fast-acting Kori had already retrieved the chair from inside her house.
ありがとうよ。
She sits down and starts rubbing her stomach. Ah, the baby must have just moved. How many months has it been? Like 8? 7? I really should have noticed that myself.
大きくなりましたね。
あ、そうさね。あと二月もないから。
Ah, it's been 7 months. She lovingly caresses her stomach. I hear this will be her first child. But she doesn't seem that all that worried about it.
あ、いえ。
What?
触りたいならちゃんとそう言いな。
Eh. So like, she pulls Kori into a tight embrace. Then she pulls her face down towards her belly. Toward.
昔から素直に言えないね、この子は。
すいません。
Kori presses her ear against the Sono's stomach.
心臓の音がします。
Okay, well, I don't know about that, but sure.
それはどっちかね。あたしかね。
Hang on, what?
動いた。
最近はしょっちゅうだよ。早く出たい出たいって言ってんだろうね。
元気でよかった。
お姉ちゃんになる準備はできてるかい？
She gently caresses Sono's belly.
にしちゃ甘えん坊だね。
Well, there's another one of her weaknesses. She murmurs softly, stroking Kori's hair. Kori closes her eyes, a relaxed look crossing her face. I must say, her overall demeanor right now is completely different than what I'm used to seeing. ... I'm still here, you know.
失礼しました。
Well, there's a face. There's the face. She hurriedly pulls herself away.
おや、今日は早いね。
Oh, so this is a regular thing.
いつもそんな長々とは。今日よりちょっと長いくらいでしょ。
She mumbles, her cheeks turning beet red. Asuna responds with a soft chuckle.
誰かさんの前だからってかっこつけてんのかい？
I know what you're talking about.
そんなこと。
Her cheeks remain thoroughly flushed. Is she worried about me? Perhaps should I leave?
もう帰ります。
はいよ。ああ、そうだ。どうせだから明日あたり一つ注文していいかね。
Of course. What would you like?
どんなのがある？
We only offer 9 varieties at the moment, but I can accommodate almost any request if you have something specific in mind.
じゃあ、
She ponders for a short while, seemingly unable to decide. If I may, how about a simple powder cake? I'm not gonna say anything.
そうさね。じゃあそいつで頼むよ。
Well, giving a quick word of thanks while nudging me with her elbow in a friendly manner, she saunters back inside. Kori joins her briefly, hauling the chair back into the house. She comes back outside a few moments later, and we resume heading home.
パウンドケーキってスポンジだけの一番簡単なやつですよね。
Yes. That's right.
よかったんでしょうか。
She must be wondering why I would suggest such a simplistic option. I think so. I've heard that women's sense of taste can intensify during the last trimester of pregnancy, so I figured regular cake might be too sweet for her. I intend to reduce the sweetness on the sponge and serve the fruit and icing on the side. They'll be easier for her to store that way, and if she gets a sudden craving or something sweeter, she can always add them. In that sense, what I'll be making her less In that sense, what I'll be making for her is less of a cake and more of a sweet pastry. I might not be the most might not be the most conventional thing to order from a specialty cake shop, but then again, ordering a massive cake during the later stages of pregnancy, when your appetite can shift at any time, might not be a good idea either.
あ、そっか。そんなこと本に書いてありました。
What book? You've been reading up on pregnancies recently, haven't you? I recall seeing all those books in her room before New Year's.
楽しみですから。
More like, you're looking forward to having one. I know you are. And I'll bet Osono knows that as well. So I'm sure she intends to share this cake with you, the person who's been so studious and devoted to helping her for all this time. Would you like to join me for another round of deliveries tomorrow, Kori? Kori does end up having a baby. You'd expect that from a romance visual novel with eroge elements.
はい。
You're awfully close with Hosono, aren't you? Seeing her in such good spirits, I decided to try asking her about their relationship.
そうですね。小さい頃からの知り合いです。一応親戚。遠いですけど。
Oh!
あの呉服屋は父が古くから好意にしていまして、小さい頃はよく遊んでもらいました。
Of course.
よく遊ばれました。着せ替え人形にされたり、いろいろ。
It's probably best I don't ask her to elaborate on that one.
本当は9ヶ月前、学校に行くため居候するのもあのお店のはずだったんです。
Really? That's news to me.
ですが、直前に赤ちゃんがいると分かって、その頃はまだお腹も全然だったんですけど、いずれ厄介になるからとは。で、困っていたんですが、その時フォルクロールさんが受け入れてくれたんです。
So wait, when did you and Mary first meet?
その時初めて会いました。
Oh, they've only been friends for 9 months. Seriously? Now that's a surprise. They seemed like they've known each other for forever. I can't believe it's only been 9 months.
いえ、正確には会ったことはあるのかな。少なくとも話したのは初めてかと。
That doesn't change anything.
父はおじいさまとは好意でしたから。
Is your father from this town then? Huh? I thought that was a pretty natural follow-up question, given the flow of the conversation, but for some reason it causes her to tense up. It's almost as if she doesn't want me to know the answer.
住んでいたことがあるそうです。昔。
Is he dead? Or did he move away? She falls silent. I see. I'm not sure why, but she clearly doesn't want to keep talking about this. Her expression makes that crystal clear. Does she have a complicated relationship with her father, perhaps? Curious as I am, I can't bring myself to ask her about it. What happened to your dead dad? I mean... We eventually make it back to Folkroll.
ただいまです。おお、
I didn't say anything. Mary jumps away from the display case as soon as we walk inside.
お帰り二人とも。遅かったね。
We had to take some detours along the way.
すいません。謝ることじゃないよ。お疲れ様二人とも。いえ、謝ることかと。あと5分早く帰れば、メルさんが我慢の糸が切れてつまみ食いを始める前に帰ってこれたのに。
Cold out. How does it feel?
何のことかな、つまみ食いって。僕全然わからないな。ねえ、クロー君。
Right. Ah, you've got something on your face. Let me get that for you. Producing a small handkerchief from my pocket, I wipe some icing off her cheek.
お皿の部分に残ったクリームを舐めてただけだよ。それだけだよ。
And whose plate did you eat the icing off of?
何皿 ?9 皿。十分つまみ食いです。
Didn't I leave you some macaroons to eat? If you got hungry during walk, what happened to those?
全部食べちゃった。
Yikes! Already?
帰ったらお茶にしようと思ってたのですが、お菓子がなくなってしまいましたね。ごめん。
It's alright. I actually assumed this would happen, so I made some cookies for us to share, and hid them!
おお。
Nah, Mary ate them. I head into the kitchen to retrieve the cookies.
さすがクロー君。
Alright, well, that plan won't work out anymore because the next time this happens, Mary's gonna eat all of them. Mary's gonna find the hidden cookies, the hidden cookie stash.
メルさんは喜ぶポイントじゃないと思いますよ。お店どうでしたか？普通かな。お客さんも多くなく少なくなく。
Well, that's good.
つまみ食いしてるとこ見られませんでしたよね。大丈夫だって。失礼だな。
Oh yeah, you hid it from the customers.
てかつまみ食い自体今ちょんとしただけだよ。もう3時でお腹がグーグーだからちょっと手が伸びただけ。
But it's 11:30.
それまではつまみ食いしてない？ない。
Mm-hmm.
真面目にお店番してたよ。途中来たから小町ちゃんに聞いてもいい？
Yeah? Was she doing the same thing she did the first day we opened up?
なら安心です。お店の顔といえばやはりメルさんですからね。そりゃもうどーんと任せてよ。
Alright, that's good to hear, I guess. She slaps her hand to her chest proudly. As she does, a squelching sound fills the air. That's not what I meant to do. Did you hear something? I know what you're talking about, Crow.
クロさんには言ってませんでしたが、 実はこのお店の制服、胸元に隠しポケットがあります。
Why is it hidden? Really? That's news to me.
そしてメルさんには甘いものを見つけると後で食べるためにそこに溜め込むという習性があるのです。
What is she, a squirrel?
以上総合するに、
Uh,
マカロンが中で潰れてクリームが。
so she didn't finish all of her macaroons. She kept the macaroons for later instead of eating them so that her cravings are satiated. Instead of eating icing off of plates.
早く脱いでください。洗いますから。
The two girls hurry into the back of the store. Those two really are a good match for one another. They each have their flaws, but their individual strengths make up for them in spades. Have they really only been friends for 9 months? That's still a little hard to believe, to be frank. I don't think his name's Frank. White. ...
Kori さん、
ゴーリさん、
どうして笛屋町に行きたいのですか？
古倉さんが迎えてくれるそうですけど、わざわざあんな遠くの町をお受験しなくても。
いけないでしょうか。
そんなことは言わない。氷さんは自由に生きてください。
三代橋のことはお兄様たちがすべてやってくれます。氷さんは好きなことをしてくれていいのですよ。でもあんな遠くの町、なかなか顔も見に行けません。
私たちは心配です。分かってくれますね。
はい。妖精の夜が見たいのです。
Christmas.
妖精の夜ですか。
奇跡の夜が見たいのです。奇跡をこの目で見てみたいのです。
そうですか。
困りましたね。
それはとても素晴らしいことだと思います。あの光景、あなたたちにも一度は見ておいてほしいとは思っていました。本当の妖精の夜を一度は。
ですが、そのためだけに進学先を決めるだなんて。氷さんの成績ならもっと良いところに行けますのに。
ごめんなさい。でもあの街を知りたいのです。奇跡の夜があるあの街を肌で感じたいのです。
You know, for something that happened 9 months ago, why does she sound half her age?
そこまで言うなら仕方ありませんが、あれが奇跡などでないことは知っていますね。
はい。
けれど決して誰かに知られてはいけません。分かっていますね。
hang on, Dexter. Don't say it like that.
ミオ橋に生まれたからには世界から奇跡を奪ってはいけない。ミオ橋は二度と誰かから幸せを奪わない。分かっていますね。
Not again.
はい。
Damn, she had a dream of 9 months ago.
夢か。わかっています。お父様、お母様。この町から奇跡を奪うようなことはしません。この町から妖精さんを奪うようなことはしません。それが三代橋氷の義務ですから。分かっていますから。分かっていますから。
Wham!
うーん。
Well,
はあ。
yeah, that was a very serious moment. And yeah, you ruined it. Just like Meru. Good morning, Kori. You're up awfully early.
おはようございます。はあ。
Is something the matter? She sighed 2 times since she walked in here, so I can't help but ask. Did you have a bad dream?
いいえ、夢の後起きた瞬間に顔面を足の裏で無給されたのでブルーなだけです。
Oh, you think you have a problem, Dexter? I never would have guessed. I know what you're talking about. Did Mary sleep with you again?
2日連続で一緒に寝たのは失敗でした。今日からはまたしばらく追い出すようにしないと。夢の方は別に悪くはありません。
Right. Care to elaborate?
なんでも。お腹が空きました。
It will be very soon. Incidentally, I'm making risotto using some of Mary's leftovers. Leftover not quite pot au feu from last night. You know, after she tried and failed to make it yet again. She just keeps making it. Also, risotto is I was gonna say risotto is a fairly heavy dish, but depending on how they make it.
美味しそう。
Glad you're looking forward to it. Also, if you mind, do you mind if I ask what time you'll be out of class this afternoon?
はい。
I was thinking we could deliver Osono's cake
あ、
afterwards.
そうですね。朝からおかゆは温まっていいね。はい。ではクロウさん、3時くらいに帰りますので。
Alright, have a good day, girls. As we decided yesterday, Kori will be joining me for my deliveries this afternoon. However, since she has classes today, we have to wait until she's done first. I haven't baked Sona's pound cake yet, anyway, so I'll spend this afternoon working on that. Now then, what else do I need to do?
おはようございますクロウさん。
Uh-oh. Morning. There's still a fair bit of time before we open for the day, so I decided to head outside and shovel some snow. I can't let it pile up after all.
ゆうべまた少し降ったみたいですね。
That it did. Fresh, powdery snow now sits atop the substantially thick layer that was already there beforehand. I get the feeling this town always has snow on the ground at this time of year. Yeah, you think?
そうですね。毎年こうです。というかこれからですよ。一番寒くなるのは。
Oh?
この町は山が近くて大きな川がそこからの風を通して気象条件があまり変わらないので毎年天気の感覚があまり変わらないんです。ほら妖精の夜も毎年決まった時期に来るでしょ。
Ah, yes, I do recall Mary mentioning that to me once.
あの日は晴れの得意日でしかもダイヤモンドダストができやすいんですよね。不思議と今年も例年通り妖精さんの夜が来てましたからこの後も例年通りだと思います。ここから寒くなりますよ。毎年びっくりするくらいの吹雪の日が来るのももうじきかな。注意しなくちゃ。
Omega Blizzard. That doesn't sound
そ
pleasant.
の日は絶対に外に出ちゃダメですよ。最近はなくなりましたけど昔は当たり前に亡くなる方が出たくらい寒いですから。
Huh. Thanks for warning. I'll definitely be careful. I glance up at the sky. It's a beautiful sunny day out, but it's still freezing cold. Yeah, it certainly feels like the temperature's been dropping lately. I'd really rather the snow didn't get any worse though. I'll have to keep an eye out on this Omega Blizzard Day for this. It's past 10 AM, almost time to open. All the cakes are already on display, so I'm basically ready to go. Is there anything else I need to do? Let's see. Suddenly, I hear the door open. Wait, what? We haven't opened yet. Welcome to Folkroll. I reflexively greet the mysterious customer.
いらっしゃいました。
Ah, Chocolat. Ah, Chocolat, it's just you. She responds to my enthusiastic grin with a sheepish smile, seemingly caught off guard. That's only natural though, because she isn't a mystery customer after all. She's a friend.
今日もお手伝いできないかと思いまして。
Of course, I'd love to help. Chocolat currently attends a culinary school, but on a fairly irregular schedule. She only goes a few times a week, so she's often free during the day. And so, ever since we let her keep her uniform after New Year's, she's been coming here to help out a lot. Man, she's still the cutest. I'm still not really sure why she's been doing it, but I'll gladly accept the help.
こんにちは。
If we haven't opened yet.
あ、いらっしゃいませ。
Oh, it is 11 a.m. But it's not. It's 11:45. So like you're a bit late. It's now 11 a.m., meaning Folkroll is officially open. Right then. Let's get down to business, shall we? Dot, dot, dot.
裾野さんですか？
The pregnant one. When business winds down for a bit, Chocolate and I kill time chatting amongst ourselves. The pregnant lady that owns the textile shop in the shopping district. The pregnant one.
ああ、サイケデリックな。
Huh? What do you mean? It's exactly what she is, though. Manic? Actually, that's a surprisingly fitting descriptor for her.
氷はとても慕ってますね。
Yeah. That's right.
メルとは別の意味で姉妹っぽいというか家族みたいです。
Ah, she gets the impression. She gets that impression when she sees them too. Anyone could tell you that Kori and Meru are very close, but Chocolate hardly knows Osono at all. The fact that she can still tell how dearly Kori adores her, it is in my eyes a testament to how strong, to their strong relationship. Anyway, speaking of Kori and Meru.
メルと氷まだ会って9ヶ月？
Bro's just spilling the beans. I know, right? Unsurprisingly, Chocolate is just as shocked as I was.
へえ、すごく仲良しなのでもっと昔からとばかり。でもこれはそんなに驚くことないかもですね。
Why do you say
だ
that?
って私が知り合った時はクロウさんとメルたちは会ってまだ数日だったのでしょ？
Yeah, and I was already living with them. Yeah, I had. It'd only been a few, about 2 or 3 days, I believe.
聞いた時驚きました。もっとずっと前から仲良しだと思って。
Oh, really? Dot, dot, dot.
そういう二人だと思います。誰とでもすぐ仲良くなれる。メルもコリも。
Yes, I think you're absolutely right. I can attest to that theory better than anyone. I'm essentially Exhibit A after all. Neither of those girls will reject anyone without a second thought. For Mary, this goes without saying, but Kori is the same way. Unless you're Gato. Enemy! As for why they act this way, it's very simple. They care for others indiscriminately. If I think about it that way, it's no wonder they were able to become such good friends in a mere 9 months together. Dot, dot, dot. If I apply that logic to Kori's relationship with her father, what does that mean? God damn it. I'm getting tired. Why? What's with the question mark? And I'm sure they're doing just fine. Dot dot dot.
ただいまー。いらっしゃいま
Two girls return home after right before dusk.
せ。ショコラさん、今日も
You
手伝っ
can
てくださ
play
ってたんです
kitchen
か？
if you want. Well, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna do the event soon, and Honkai Star Rail 1.3 comes out tomorrow, I think.
はい。
So I'll be playing more Genshin then, before Fushwan comes out.
なんかたびたび悪いね。
Lolly only Genshin team. I can already build a lolly only Genshin team. But I can't build a lolly only Honkai Star Rail team since I don't have Bailu. What is it? You got Hook, Clara, Bailu, Fushuan. Actually, Pela would be more like Fushuan. But I don't have Bailu. So if I lose 50-50, naturally the girls aren't overly surprised to see her. This isn't the first time she's helped out after all.
バイト代とか出した方がいいかな。いらないです。私が好きでしてることですから。
How French can you get?
それにバイト代はよくいただいてます。
Oh? Wait. He gestures to a pair of cups and plates. She's just finished washing and winks at me. We just finished sharing some cake and tea together.
なるほどね。じゃあバイト代倍プッシュしましょう。僕たちの分も出して。はーい。
Yeah, she gets paid in cake. The girls arrived home precisely at 3 p.m., but it doesn't look like we'll be leaving quite yet. Well, our last tea break was a couple hours ago, so I don't see the harm in taking another one.
ショコラさんは本当毎日のように手伝ってくれますね。
I know. I feel bad about it.
まあ本人は望んでクロウさんのところに来てるみたいですけど。
Wait, what?
いえ。メルさん、ショコラさん、私はこのまま出ますので、お茶は結構です。
See, even Kori's gassing up Chocolat in her own route.
ああ、そっか、おそのさんか。ご一緒できませんか？すいません。多分向こうでですので。
Ah, right. We'll likely be sharing some of the pound cake with her. So if we eat now, we'll end up bloating ourselves. After a quick explanation, Kori and I head outside.
すいませんでした。
Don't worry about it. Though now that I think about it, I didn't really need to... I didn't really need to come too, did I? Are you sure I'm
お
invited?
園さんも言ってましたし、いいんじゃないでしょうか。
True. We head to the shopping district, walking slowly so as to not damage the cake. Kori appears to be in an especially good mood today. Not that this is news, but Osono must be someone truly special to her. It strikes me as a little different kind of, as a very different kind of closeness that the relationship she has with Meru, than the relationship she has with Meru. For example, the childlike expression I saw her making yesterday, and the one she's making now are expressions I've never seen her make around Meru. I must say, seeing this side of her is kind of fun. Unfortunately, that childlike expression fades sooner than either of us anticipated.
こんにちは。
No response comes. Huh? That's weird. Isn't the store usually open at this time?
こんにちは。
Osono? It's Crow and Kori. We're here to deliver your cake. We wait several moments, but still no response comes. But then, just as I'm beginning to contemplate coming back later, I hear something. She might be hurt. Let's go, Kori. Nodding to each other, we push open the door and rush inside. Of course, our haste makes careful handling of the cake practically impossible. But sacrifices need to be made sometimes.
えっと、お園さん。
We eventually find her leaning against the wall, moaning in pain and clutching her stomach, seemingly unable to even sit down. We need to get her to a hospital right away. Is Murasaki Clinic okay with you, ma'am?
頼むよ。急に。
Darn it. It's times like these that I wish we had a car. Then again, it wouldn't be much use in this town anyway, what with all the snow. What does it hurt? Is it the
い
baby?
や、この子は。でも腰がね。
Doesn't look like she can walk. Right then. Excuse me, ma'am. I pick her up.
重くないかい？
Well, maybe a little. You're the weight of 1.5 people. But hey, that means the baby's growing nice and healthily, right? Nice save there, Pro. I managed to carry her to the hospital without incident.
先生、こっち。
あいあいったく今日は会心が少なくてよかったよ。
Dr. Murasaki was out doing house calls when we first arrived, prompting Kori to run all around town until she found her. Kori brings her over to the examination room where the nurses had brought Osono and directs her inside. Well, we've done our part. The rest is in Dr. Murasaki's hands. Kori, are you okay?
なんでもないです。
She quickly rubs her eyes. Is she crying? Hey, I'm sure she's fine. It's very common for women to feel pain in their legs and hips during the later stages of pregnancy due to the additional strain the baby puts on the pelvis. She assured me the pain wasn't in her actual stomach, so the baby should be fine. Not to detract from the genuine pain the Sono must be feeling right now, of course, but that pain is very normal. It's a very normal part of the process of creating a new life.
分かってます。多分大丈夫。大丈夫です。あんなこともう。
That? What do you mean, Kori? Kori? She falls silent. But what did she mean? What is she so worried will happen? And why again? Wait, don't tell me.
終わったよ。
Dr. Murasaki comes out of the examination room with Sono in tow.
たくこのポンコツが妊娠後期は衣食住きちっとしろって言ったじゃないのさ。
すんません。
お園さん、もう平気なんですか？
心配かけたね。横になったら痛みもだんだん引いてきたよ。
Do we know what
た
happened?
だの貧血。なんかケーキがどうたらで昼飯の量を減らしたらそれでガクンときちまったみたいだね。
Classic.
貧血？でも痛いって。
この時期は恥骨付近の痛みは常にあるんだよ。普段は気にならないけど体調を崩しゃすぐに来るのさ。
そうなんですか。じゃあ
赤ん坊は全然平気だとさ。ほら、聞いてみな。
Yeah, I'm sure the baby's fine, but the person carrying her is kind of hungry. She pulls Kori into a tight embrace. Then, just like she did yesterday, she presses her ear against her stomach.
赤ちゃんの音してます。
生命力の強い子だからよく暴れて母親の腰に負担が大きいんだろうね。その分ちゃんと生まれてくるから安心しな。母親に似てふてぶてしい子に育ちそうで心配だけど。
Kori wipes her eyes again. Asona responds by patting her on the head.
もうあんなことはないから。ね。
That's rough.
わしのお見舞いじゃないの？
Nope. Sorry, we're only here because of an emergency with Asona.
土産くらい持ってこんかい。
I mean, we had some pound cake, but it wasn't for you. And it's also probably ruined. So, just for precaution's sake, it was decided that Osono would spend the night at the hospital today. Kori and Osono's husband, who I've yet to meet, are currently helping her get set up for the night. In the meantime, I figured I'd get a quick visit with with Mary's grandfather.
お園さんがの
Yes. Oh, do you know her?
この町のもんでわしが知らん者はおらん。みんなわしのケーキを食べて育ったんじゃから。
I've thought this many times before, but he truly is an exceptional man.
おりちゃんが焦るのも仕方なかろうの。あんな
Imagine,
ことがあったのでは。
imagine if, imagine Crow is actually Osono's husband. That would be hell for me. Yeah, imagine if Crow pounded her cake. I could. I tried to hold back. last time, my ears perk up when I hear those words. That was a bad time. Say, by last time, do you mean did Osono have
Eh, ご想像の通り、あまり本人たちには言うでないぞ。
Of course not. I knew it. So that's what Kori was worried about. Osono must have had a miscarriage in the past. The fact is, even in this day and age, miscarriages aren't all that rare. No matter how advanced our healthcare system is, how many state-of-the-art technologies we have at our disposal, old modern doctors can do when a mother is at risk of having a miscarriage or treat an inevitable. All modern doctors can do is identify when a mother is at risk of having a miscarriage or treat an inevitable one if necessary. We humans grow hundreds of times faster in our mother's bodies than we do after being born. During that process, it is inevitable that a certain number of babies won't survive. Heaven knows what determines those who do and those who don't. Well, they're usually determined based off the health of the mother and the genes of both parents. Natural selection might be the closest working theory we have. In the world of science, it's theoretically possible to build a factory that can produce millions of products without a single error. Mothers aren't factories, though. It's only natural for deviations to occur during some pregnancies. In that sense, I suppose that to have some degree, miscarriages are proof of our status as living beings. Even so, there are very few people who can simply shrug them off as inevitable when they happen. Kori knows about it, I take it.
気にしとるじゃろうな。もう10年も前じゃが、当時まだ小学校にも行かない年の子にはショックだったじゃろう。
Eventually, we left the clinic and headed back home.
遅くなってしまいましたね。
To be fair, it was an emergency.
赤ちゃんが無事でよかったです。
Same here. The worried look she'd been wearing all evening is now long gone, replaced by a warm, relaxed smile. Thankfully, it seems she left her gloomy mood back at the hospital. How far along is she now, by the way? Osono, I mean.
いえ、もう9ヶ月です。
Oh. Over 30 weeks then? Over 30 weeks then. Having a miscarriage at this stage would be highly unlikely, as long as she's getting her proper rest. In fact, she should be starting to see signs of pre-labor in the coming weeks. Pretty exciting, isn't it?
私に妹ができます。
She declares proudly, beaming a warm smile. Ah, I see. I think I'm finally starting to understand why Kori acts so differently around Osono.
クロウさん、今日はありがとうございました。
What's there to thank me
お
for?
園さんが倒れてるのを見て、私動揺しちゃって、 何もできなくて。クロウさんがいてくれてよかったです。
Come now. I didn't do anything special.
クロウさんがいてくれてよかった。メルさんがよく言ってるけど、本当にそう思います。
Yeah.
ダメですね、私。普段はメルさんにくどくど言ってるのに、いざって時はこんな。いつかいなくなるクロウさんに頼りきりなんていけないとは思ってるんですけど。
Hey girls, sorry we're late.
おかえりなさーい。ショコラさん。
It's already well past closing time, but it appears Chocolate hasn't left yet.
今日もショコラ泊まってくよ。
あ
よろしくお願いします。
I feel like she's been sleeping over a lot lately. Not that I mind, of course. I enjoy the company.
何を見てるんです？
Kori gestures to the large map spread out on the floor between them. What were they
あ
doing?
のですね。
She flashes us a mischievous
お
smile.
二人はこの町に住む妖精さんをご存知ですか？
Uh-oh. What did Mary convince you of? As in, the ones that come during the night of the fairies?
もちろん知ってるよ。もしかしたら今の居場所も。ねえ、クロウくん。
Mary, it's time to stop. We do? What's that smug smile for?
願いを叶えてくれる妖精さんと、それのもたらす妖精の夜は有名ですけど、それが何か。はい、街にダイヤモンドを降らせる妖精さんの伝説、そしてそれが年に一度起こる夜。私、実はその妖精さんの話を調べるためにこの町に来たのです。
News to me.
町を乗っ取るためじゃなかったっけ？それはお兄ちゃんです。やっぱり乗っ取る気だったのか、こんにゃら。
That's why he's the enemy.
言葉のあや。
I need to. What is this?
言葉のあや。
You know, maybe I should have just picked Chocolate.
調べに。
What's Kori mumbling about?
それで具体的には。はい、ですね。
She clears her throat before continuing.
私、学校はお料理の道へ進んだのですが、歴史のお勉強とかも好きなのです。勉強が好き。恐ろしい子。
I mean, it depends on what you're studying.
アリちゃんみたいだね。私が勉強好きなのではなく、メルさんが人並み以上に嫌いなだけですよ。
You know, I like studying Genshin lore. and everything that relates to it, like the ties to Gnosticism and Greek mythology and Commedia dell'arte and opera.
それでこの町の歴史も面白そうだって思ってたので、ちょうどお兄ちゃんが来るのを知ってついてきたのです。
You thought the fairy aspect of it was interesting, I take it?
はい、まあ趣味のようなものですが、はい、おかげでこの店に来られました。趣味に感謝です。
I'm not sure how accurate that is, but I recall hearing somewhere that the investigating folklores and legends will lead you to a more exciting reality. Yeah, as long as you don't get conspiratorial about it. In that sense, I imagine researching the origin of fairies would be a thrilling hobby indeed. It also strikes me as the perfect hobby for Chocolat, giving her boundless energy and curiosity. Okay, see, now you're tired, but before you were like, I'm tired? We can stop in 13 minutes. I was getting
それ
tired.
で、その妖精さんの伝承と地図にどんな関係が？それが面白いんだよ。ショコラによるとズバリ、妖精の夜には秘められた逸話がある。その逸話とはなんと、ヘイメル、私が言いたいです。
Oh, Chocolate's too cute.
おっと失敬。では改めて。
Huh? I feel like Kori would have normally chimed in with her usual banter there, and tell them to get on with it or something. But instead, she's patiently waiting for Chocolat to continue. Her expression is pretty stiff too.
この妖精の言い伝えと、この笛屋町の公園や川の位置を調べるに、妖精伝説にはズバリ財宝伝説が隠されてます。
Huh? Oh hell no, we're gonna get Indiana Jones in this shit. Kori heaves a deep sigh, a relieved one, I think.
この町の伝説の妖精さんは金貨を降らせるものと宝石を降らせるものがあります。そして心清き者だけが見つけられるという願いを叶えるダイヤの伝説も。難しいことはともかく、ダイヤモンドが降るってのはこの町に大きなダイヤが隠されてるってことらしいの。
Interesting. Whether these legends are true or not, are definitely thought-provoking enough.
古い文献を調べるとですね、妖精さんは昔この町の人に何でも願いを叶えるものをプレゼントしたとあります。それが転じて今のダイヤの降る夜にお願いをすると、妖精さんがそれを叶えてくれるお話になった。二つを合わせれば 願いを叶えるダイヤモンドをプレゼントした妖精さんがいると思いませんか？
I suppose it does.
願いを叶えるダイヤ見てみたいです。
Sounds a little too good to be true if you ask me, but it's certainly not lacking in charm. But the truth is, there's something, or rather someone, I'm far more curious about right
で
now.
は地図は関係ないので。関係あります。建物なんかの位置関係がとても大事です。そうですか。
She clearly sounds relieved by Chocolat's words. Rather than all this talk about legends, it's her reaction I'm more interested in. True.
ねえねえ、私たちも探さない？このダイヤ。面白そう。それで、その財宝が見つかったとして、どうするつもりなんですか？
I don't know, appraise it, get money for it, get rich off of diamond, build a Minecraft, make a diamond pickaxe, a diamond chestplate.
願いを叶えてくれるダイヤ。ショコラさん、何か叶えたい願いでもあるんですか？そうですね。叶えたいお願い。まず、私の大好きなみんながちょっとでも幸せになれるようお願いします。
That sounds wonderful.
控えめに言って天使ですね。
See, Chocolate has a pure heart.
それよりお宝だよ。おっきなダイヤだよ。見つけたらもう大金持ちだよ。 ショコラさんが純白すぎるだけで、メルさんくらいが人として普通だと思いますよ。
Indeed. It's probably best I leave it at that.
そして大金持ちになった暁にはラフィーヌーンを逆に乗っ取っちゃおう。
That
それは困ります。こうなったらダイヤにお願いして、やはりフォークロールを買収せねば。なんだとこいつ。くふふ。新生フォークロールは私とクロウさんがパティシエで、メルと氷は従業員で下働きさせるです。
I mean, okay, well, they're already doing that anyway. The only thing that's changing is that Chocolat will be a patissier alongside Crow.
天使の心が一瞬で汚れました。
Such as the impermanence of all things. Even after this talk of treasure, though, I find myself invariably drawn to Kori, who continues to vacantly gaze at the map on the floor. What's the matter, Kori? Is there something on the map that caught your eye?
いえ。
So she says, but her behavior since she came home has had me a little skeptical. I think that'd be a good I think that'd be a good place to end, right? On a silent transition. Dexter's a bit tired. But yeah, what can I say? Chocolate and Maru have been more appealing than Kori has been, especially that last part. Kori isn't really standing out that much, except for the give it time. I'm giving it time, but like, there's only some parts that feel Kori specific. So I will let it cook. But for now, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Uh Tomorrow I will be playing some more Genshin before during while Honkai Star Rail is being patched. I think the patch is tomorrow. I'm not quite sure. There was a pre-download. So, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But for now, thanks for watching. Thank you for lurking. Thank you for chatting. If you aren't followed, a follow would be appreciated. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, and I will see you guys next stream. Bye bye.